So I'm missing from yesterday. So yesterday was Monday, and it was quite an intense day because what we did was we chilled out in the daytime, and while my kids were at work, school, and then we found out that we had from my little nephew, my daughter's water table, Freya's water table, filled it up with water, and found that the water started running out. I was like, huh? And then I tried to put the water pump back on. And then went back inside. I was like, oh, sugarations. My helper was here to clean, and so I was like, okay. And she told me there was no water upstairs. And then all of a sudden, I saw my sister-in-law going, huh? And then I turned around, and my brother-in-law was on top of the water tank. And found out that basically, long story short, our water being cut off. And then even longer story short, found out that when I do my payments through the bank application for what's called the SEWA, the Sharjah Electricity and Water Association, it doesn't always go through, and so I ended up not paying the bill even though I'd paid it. So our water had been cut off. Now luckily the system here is it's quite short, sharp, and to the point that if you don't pay, they just cut off your water. That I got found out, not your electricity or your gas. It's a little FYI for anybody who lives in Sharjah. And but I paid the bill. I went in, paid it in cash, got the receipt, and they gave me some advice that when we travel to just basically put money on your account, and then the bills will be paid from that, and whatever's left over goes to the next month. And then within 3 hours, 2 hours, the water was back on. But it meant that it was a bit of tension in my house. And then, of course, I found creepy crawlies in my cupboards. And then my father-in-law called on the Skype, and it was just all of a sudden it just went from really calm to this crazy place. And the funniest thing is that the night before, on the Sunday night when I was on the beach, that night we'd had a really chilled out day. Then we went into Dubai and met with my dad's eldest brother's daughter and her children. And so we were out till 9 o'clock at night on the advice of a friend that said, if you're going to go into Dubai, don't come back before 9 because you're going to be stuck in traffic anyway. Enjoy your time, come back. So we'd had a really late night and it was super chilled out. I had a really good conversation with my sister-in-law in the car on the way back. A lot of stuff got taken care of. It was brilliant. And then yesterday it seems to be that, when you squeeze a spot and squeeze a spot, I know how that feels, and you get a little pus that comes out. It's like yesterday was the pus. And so today we just, it was a real pussy kind of a day, but it wasn't in the morning. It was a puss day. I like that. I'm going to say it one more time. It was a puss day. And so, and that went all the way up. And then bedtime for my kids, because they didn't even have to go to bedtime on time. We just did homework, chilled out, did all that stuff. What did we? There was a lot going on. And then water pump broke, and so my husband and his brother were up on the roof covering themselves in oil while I put my kids to sleep, and my sister-in-law put her little one to sleep, and then after that we all just sat down and drank tea together. How civilized. And then kind of early night, but it wasn't early, it was late actually, but I got a lie in till 20 to 8, which was lovely. I love how 20 to 8 is a lie in. So yesterday it was the pus that comes out when you do stuff, and I really would like to get to the point where I can do healing work without pus, without the negative stuff. Can you hear my kids? They just sound so cute, don't they? They're having a whale of a time. Anyway, mum and dad, they're playing with the car from QA, and today just made the decision that we were going to just go to the aquarium really fast, get the kids going. Took them to the aquarium, and then we went to the Maritime Museum, more for my kids than for the little one. Then the play area, great time, and then came straight home. The little one had a sleep. My kids did their homework. They had their iPad time. Then we went to the swimming pool. So it was like yesterday needed to happen in order to move on. But I'd like to get to the stage where I don't need to have that negativity after an intense healing stage. So I think that's what I want to work on in the next 30 days, is processing through physical movement, and doing activities instead of having to do the healing work and then allow my physical world to give me something negative in order to pull it out. I mean, I don't really feel like finding cockroaches. to say, oh, all the negativity's coming out. I'd rather not, thanks. Or ants and stuff. Or broken water pumps. I don't need it. So I want to get to the point where we physically process the healing in a physical movement way and not in a... And I think that's what I was trying to get to, but now I know what it's for. There's so much noise right now. I've got the kids playing the mosque, and now a plane's going overhead, so I think it's time to stop. So this was for Monday. It was a day when I really realized that healing work needs movement after it, and so I need to make sure that I build that in a positive way. So walking, running, all those things work for me. So I'm going to keep that going. I'm British, we walk. It's what we do. Anyway, much love.